Okay, I'm back with the second half, which is the mashed parsnip and cauliflower. And this really is like a good substitute for mashed potatoes. I used to love potatoes, but I don't eat them anymore. And I found a little trick that I did this time. You don't have to do this, but I loved doing this. This is a new thing I did. The parsnips are cut into very small pieces, little bite-sized pieces. And then I put them in a jar, fill it with water. I do the same thing with the cauliflower. I put it in a jar, separate jar, fill it with water. Same time I sprout the rice for the stuffing, I do this. I do the same things with the mushrooms for the mushroom gravy. All right, you put a lid on it all, filled with water, leave it overnight, 8 to 10 hours, and then in the morning, it's softened it just a little bit, which I like. You don't have to do that, but I found it, if you don't have a dehydrator, I found it really the best way to do it. Okay, so this is pre-soaked. Where did I do? Here's my little blade here. Okay, I'm going to throw in I'll put the cauliflower in first. It's a half a cup. You can make as much as you like. I've got about a cup and a half of parsnip in here. Okay, and then I'm going to put in some cashews, which I also soaked overnight. I think this was about half a cup. I'm going to put that in. And of course, you always know salt and pepper. I'm going to add a little of that, and you can always adjust everything to your liking. More salt, more pepper, whatever. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of lemon juice in here. Here's a half a lemon. I'm going to squeeze that in. I don't know why, it just makes it a really good flavor. Another one of my favorite things, which is not raw, but I think it's good for you, and I love it. I love the taste. Makes things cheesy. I'm going to put in a couple tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I think that tastes really good in the potatoes. And I'm going to need a little bit of water in here. Let me see if I measured some out. I thought I had it here. Let me get a little bit of filtered water. Excuse me. Maybe a half a cup. Okay, you might have to put this, which I probably will, put this when it's all finished into your food processor. Maybe add some more water to it because you want to make it creamy. So I've got my garlic. I'm going to pour in a little oil once I do this. Get it started. Depends on how the texture you like your potatoes. I'm going to scrape some of this down here. Ooh, boy, does that smell good. That nutritional yeast in here smells great. Yeah, this is looking really good. I might put more water and see if I can just do it in here. I usually end up using the blender, but maybe this will be enough in here. Let me put a little bit more water in. Let's see if we like this texture. It's creamy enough. And then, of course, you can always add some olive oil, which when I used to make mashed potatoes anyway, I used to put olive oil in there. Now, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to give it a little taste. Wow. That's really good. I'm going to put this in I'm just going to let you see this now. I would put this into I want you to see this right now. It needs a little bit more salt. The other thing I like to add that's very special to it is truffle oil or truffle salt. There's something about truffles that's so good in mashed potatoes. It really gives it a nice flavor, but you want to use very little. It's very strong. So to make this a little creamier, and I'm not going to show you that now, but you can put that into your Vitamix or whatever blender you have and add enough liquid so it comes out really, really creamy. But you can see how this is. It's a really nice mashed potato. It's really good the way it is. A little more salt and pepper in here I'd like to use, but that's what I would do with this. Okay, I'm going to come back, and I'm rushing through this because I want to show you the gravy and get it all in today's recipes. Okay, I'll be right back.